It is 9 minutes past 8. Don't forget, in just a few moments, Alex will be here with the weather.
Let's get more now on calls by the NSPCC for more to be done to reduce the number of sexual assaults on children.
The charity asked police forces in England and Wales for information about reports of sexual abuse and found that around a third of offences were against children.
We're joined now by Karen Billingsley, who was the victim of sexual abuse as a child, and Dr. Zoe Hilton, who's head of child protection and safeguarding at CEOP. Very good morning to you. Karen, first of all, I know you have voluntarily waived your right to anonymity,
yes,
and people will appreciate it. It's not the easiest subject to talk about, so we do appreciate you coming in and talking it through. And this is not the place to talk about the detail of exactly what happened to you, but I wonder if you could help us with how you approached what had happened to you when you first told anyone, because this is from the age of, what, 6 years old?
6 years old,
So
yes.
how did you hold something in for so long? Why did you not speak out? And who did you first speak to?
I first spoke to my mum in 2001. I didn't feel like I could tell anyone because I didn't feel like I had anyone I could turn to. There wasn't really much help when I was a child to do with child abuse.
So all of those factors meant that you had to bottle up
Yes, for a
what had
very
been going
long
on
time.
for a very long time.
Yes.
And the impact on you of having to do that?
Destroyed me. It destroyed me. Turned to drink, drugs. It affected my school, work, everything really. It just.
And when
ruined my life.
other people must have seen things going on in your life and asked questions, well, and what did you tell them about? Did you just not mention?
Yeah,
obviously.
always push people away. Oh, I'm okay, and everyone just thought I was being a naughty child.
Zoe, I imagine that you've heard of experiences like this, tragic experiences like this, many a time. And what's very clear from what Karen's saying is this knowing where to get the help and knowing that there will be a support system in place. And many children don't know that.
No, many children don't know that, and it can be very, very hard to speak out about sexual abuse, particularly if the perpetrator is someone known to you, closely in your family, very close connections and ties. Much, much harder to disclose. For many children, disclosure, is a process, not an event. It takes time for children to come to the understanding of what has happened to them, so that they can speak out. But there is help out there. And one of the things we do at CEOP is we take reports every day. We get over 1,000 reports a month. We get 4 reports a day that are urgent, which suggests a child at immediate risk of sexual abuse. And children can report to us through the Click CEOP button, which is at ceop.police.uk, and that is a reporting mechanism that comes to us. And we do a lot of direct work with children, talking to victims, supporting them, trying to make sure that there is that victim support in place for them through that process.
And so, Karen, when you were in the midst of your abuse,
Yes.
did you know about the avenues that could have been available, like the NSPCC, or going to the police, and just reject them out of hand? Did you not even realise that it was there, or could you simply not have made that step?
I didn't know about various charities. I did know, obviously, about the police, but I didn't really want to tell anyone, to be honest. How can you kind of say this is happening to me by a family member, to other family members? It's very hard.
And when you think back now, could anything have encouraged you that you could have come forward? And what would have emboldened you to do that?
I think maybe more help at school. When I was at school, maybe more information on child abuse and how to tell people about it or know that it's happening to you as well. Please.
Zoe, just hearing obviously Karen's experiences, there are many children and many people who've had these experiences where they feel perhaps that they haven't been treated as well. I'm thinking particularly about the conviction rate. Just 1 in 10 come to conviction. Now, this isn't encouraging on any level for anyone who's hearing or going through this experience.
It is very challenging, and it's still so important that children don't suffer in silence and that they can speak out, whether it's to Childline, NSPCC, whether it's to us, and that this statistic doesn't discourage young people. The statistics about the low conviction rate does need a bit of unpicking, because sometimes there are more complex reasons for that. Of course, sometimes there's a caution. Sometimes, you know, the victim may report, may get protection, may get support, but actually for very genuine reasons does not want to pursue a criminal justice outcome. Sometimes the perpetrators in those statistics will be other children, so there's a complexity of issues going on, but still, at the end of the day, it's too low. And one of the things that we're trying to do at CEOP and continue to do at CEOP is supporting victims, but then taking them through that process. And we know there's huge need. So there's a huge kind of emotional complexity and need, but then there's also a real practical support need for their families. There's a need for understanding of the process, so what's happening in the investigation, what's going to happen when they go to court, and really as well, what is the ongoing link with the perpetrator? Are they being protected from that? Are they not being intimidated by that? So this is a complex area, and there really is a whole different range of supports needed for victims. Yeah. Some of it's direct to victims, but some of it, for us at CEOP, is about working with the police force, working with other local professionals to make sure that that journey gets all the way into a court and a prosecution.
Can I ask, Karen, finally, people appreciate your bravery, A, about taking the prosecution in the first place, yeah. B, you know, coming here to talk to us. The difference it's made to you in outing yeah. this. I mean, because that, in a way, is one of the positive messages that can come from this. Those people who are sat at home, there will be people watching this yeah. who are in the situation you were in. How has it changed your life that you have gone through this process? I
feel free. I feel like I've got myself back. I've gained control back. You know, before he had control, I was down every day, he was winning, but now I'm in control, and yeah, I'm getting on with my life now. I feel like I have a life. So.
Well, we very much appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both.
Thank you
for your time this morning.
We're going to put details of how you can contact the child protection experts at CEOP. All of that will be on the Breakfast website shortly.
Let's see the time now. It's 16 minutes past 8. Let's see what's coming up on the programme a little later.